Hello!
Hello!
To everybody! And welcome back, friends, to another episode of Binge-O-Clock!
I can't believe we're doing it.
You know,
We're doing it. We're maintaining a week-on-week schedule. This is crazy.
You have to, League, you'll have to appreciate the commitment that we have
You
to
do.
this, okay?
You do.
A week by week, we are like every week we are trying our best to do this. More importantly,
We really are.
More importantly, Rohan is going out of town today. He has a flight and he's bouncing.
I'm literally printing documents as we stream. It's great.
So like that is the level of commitment that we have. So then you guys better please.
And we are going to stream. I promise we're going to stream from where I'm flying to. I promise this. Like we're going to stream from there also.
Okay.
This is my commitment. So you have to like the shit out of this.
Yeah, you have to like the shit, and also League, y'all can guess where do you think Rohan is flying off to? Please let us know in the chat.
Okay,
we are also checking. Where do you think he would be flying off to? And let us know that. Apart from that, you guys know, first things first, welcome. Number one. Number two, like the bow and this link right now. Share it in all your friends groups. Say Sahil and Rohan
share it and
are
be
live.
like for the next hour. It's going to be great fun and all of that.
Next, we've got some great guesses. We've got NYC. No, that's only for crossword. Mars, Holland, Netherlands, Arrakis.
Arrakis would be great.
He's close.
Arrakis would be great. But I'm not going to Dubai, guys. I'm not going to Dubai. I'm not.
People have
some people are close and some people are like they've almost got it. Very proud of them.
Yeah, I mean, let's just say he's going to a place with a lot of spice, right? That's, I think, the people who are close will know exactly where he's going.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Lot of spice, lot of free men, free women. Lots of
and no Wankhede Stadium. Going to place no Wankhede Stadium. Never mind.
That's okay. These are all chotu inside jokes for us to enjoy and for the chat to relish. But yes, like we said, we are going to be discussing Eternals and Shang-Chi. I made it very clickbaity with verses, and also we are at 69 likes. Nice. Which also makes me to believe that please, dawa, come on guys.
Now that this number is going to be spoiled, we have to get to 420. Otherwise...
Oh, that's the goal for today. I think that's today's stream.
Then,
that by the time we end the stream,
at the very least.
We need to have 420 at the least. Come on, League. I know you guys can do this. So, when I announced we were doing Shang-Chi and Eternals, there was the first, like when you first create a stream, there'll be 2-3 people, who will be the first few people to chat in the stream.
Immediately.
Like it's just started. Itna jaldi kyun banata hai? Kaun dekhega? And then I've not seen it. No, don't do this. I'm like, it's been so long since both movies have come out, man.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, okay, fine. Eternals may be more recent, but still long enough that like we can talk about it now, right? Like we can talk about it now.
Yeah, of course.
We are allowed to talk about it now.
Of course.
Which is the important thing.
Eternals is, I think, a week and a half, and Shang-Chi is more than the 2-week spoiler policy that we follow. So, yeah.
September 15th, bro. September 15th, which is when theaters in most places start to open, which means it's been a while.
It's been a while.
Tell me what. 2 months.
Like, I'll just before we start, I saw Shang-Chi today. Because I kept on allowing it, and I'm like, chal, dekh lenge, eventually dekh lenge.
So let's start with you only, since you have the freshest.
Yeah.
Like this thing. Let's start with you.
I will start. We will discuss Shang-Chi, and before we discuss Shang-Chi, I just have to commit that if Shang-Chi has 10 rings, I've already started the process.
Oh, nicely done. What I like is you managed to keep your hands down for the entire last 5 minutes start of the stream just so you could tell this one joke, and I think that's amazing.
That is every stream. I'm trying to sell one joke, including the Dumru that I bought from Amsterdam. I'm saying from
Amsterdam? Amsterdam? You went to Amsterdam to get a Dumru? Is that the budget this stream has? Why have I not been told?
Why am
I sitting here and printing out forms in the
Why? I'll ask my Dumru wala and
Amsterdam for Dumru budget. That's professional stream, guys, that I can do my printing while I do.
Hey, man, that's how it is, man. That's how streams work. That's how it is.
But you have 2 out of 10 rings. I'm assuming that bodes well for your reaction to the film. Certain degree of excitement or not. Actually, you know what? Just tell me.
Okay, before I start, let me ask you real quick. Like, what was the first movie you saw in theaters? Was it Shang-Chi? Was it Dune? Which one was it that you saw?
Shang-Chi was the first one that I saw.
Shang-Chi. And
I'm glad it was Shang-Chi before Dune, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Because, so the thing is, right, Dune is like super duper epic in scope, right? And so is Shang-Chi. Like, don't get me wrong, so is Shang-Chi. But Dune is that like Denis Villeneuve epic.
Yeah.
So I feel like if I'd seen Dune and then tried to go see Shang-Chi, which while I think personally awesome film, but still very much follows the Marvel formula. I feel like I may have been disappointed by Shang-Chi immediately after Dune. Because I saw the two in like short order, literally. Like I saw Shang-Chi and then like 5 days later Dune happened.
But like, how was your theater experience? Like, was it a good experience?
It was okay. So let me rant, alright? So literally 22nd ko theaters open, 24th ko like bhai pahunch jata hai theater ko. Alright? Fucking excited, Shang-Chi, 3D, it's all gonna happen. Sit down, get my glass, get those 3D glasses.
Wait, one second. I made a boo-boo with layout. Okay, there we go. 1 second. Sorry. Yeah.
What happened with layout?
I made a boo-boo.
Okay. Okay, yeah, even right now, like I'm jutting. Oh, there we go, we're fine.
We are fine, now?
Yeah, we are fine.
Cool.
But, so what happens is, I go, take must aisa, pause, kitne time ke baad 3D glasses mila hai, must sanitize, sab kuch karke. I sit and I start watching. And the thing is, right, like about 20 minutes into the movie, I'm like, ये 3D इतना चमक रहा नहीं है, मतलब it's not that great. And then, like, you know, when you take your 3D glasses off in a 3D movie, there's that sort of blurred effect that happens. Like you can tell, right? Like everything has that weird ghost overlay on it.
Yeah.
And that doesn't happen. Okay. And And I'm like, I think ये picture 2D में चल रहा है. And then I check my ticket. Okay, Because I'm like, 1 second. Either like my eyesight has like reduced to the point where now I just can't see one dimension of D only. Or I check my ticket and it says 3D. Then I put the glasses on again and I'm like, there's one scene where something happens. I'm like, And I'm like, no, that's just my brain now willing me to imagine everything in 3D. Alright? And I go and then I take the glasses off and I realize this movie is not being shown in 3D.
Amazing.
It's being shown in 2D. It's like, ये theater इतने time के लिए बंद था कि ये लोग भूल गया 3D picture कैसे चलाते हैं. I had to go out into the foyer and be like, excuse me, यार 3D लिखा है, but I don't think ये picture 3D में चल रहा है. Alright? And then the guy follows me in and he looks and he's all like, yeah, you know, after interval, we'll put it in 3D. Wow. So I watched the first half of the movie in 2D, and the second half of the movie in 3D, which means technically I saw Shang-Chi in 2.5D. I'm the only person on earth who has seen Shang-Chi in 2.5D. So, suck on that, everybody. Like, my experience is most unique from all experience.
You know, I feel that's the thing, right? I don't think the theatre people know how it works. They are very, like, it bahut saal ho gaye. They have completely, like, okay, first, like, Subrajyoti, thank you for your super chat. Shang-Chi OP said, today I went to see, first 20 minutes, the lights were on.
Yes, they keep forgetting to do these things now. It's like people keep forgetting to turn the lights off.
Like, that's the most basic thing.
Super basic, but no, सब लोग भूल गए. ये सब मतलब theater वाले theater चलाना भूल गए.
So like opening sequences going on, everyone's giving backstory. He's like, for 1,000 years I had so many rings. One guy is getting up, अरे light चालू करना है यार भाई. And people are fighting with each other. बंद करना है यार, क्या कर रहा है यार.
I saw half the movie basically just with dark sunglasses on for no reason. I basically saw 2D Shang-Chi but slightly darker. That's all that I saw.
But sir, it's okay. So now, since we're on the topic of Shang-Chi, what was your like? What did you think about the movie? Because I have a lot of questions that I would like to discuss. But what did you think about it?
So I enjoyed the shit out of Shang-Chi. Like I really enjoyed it because I sort of went in almost wondering if this is the one character I have the least attachment to in the sense that I know nothing about Shang-Chi. Nothing at all. And I went, you know what? Like this one, and plus two, I'd be like, I hope just given that they're bringing martial arts into this thing, I hope it's not cringy. Because I love I'm like, fuck, I've watched like the Raid Redemption like 20
Bro,
times.
Raid,
Raid
for me,
also,
Raid
like
and Raid 2 are just like, if you ever want to watch a quick fix, you go back to those sequences, like especially that bathroom fight sequence as well as the one with the, the ending sequence. Just, you know what, if anyone wants to watch a good martial arts movie, and I don't like martial arts that much, right? But like watching Raid and Raid 2, just the choreography, just the way everything flows so smoothly, I was like, yeah, let's see. I had no expectations in that aspect when
here what I enjoyed was that they managed to get a little bit of that sort of punch hard martial arts, but they also got that really awesome like wuxia, crouching tiger, hidden dragon, full on sort of Chinese slightly acrobatic vibe. Also, like I thought the entire, this is we're going into slightly spoiler territories, but like for example that first time when Wu meets his future wife, that entire sequence, oh man, I loved it.
That was very
I
well shot.
loved that sequence. That was so nicely done.
It was your typical...
It could have been cringe, okay? It could have been super duper cringe. It could have been max cringe, but it was fucking awesome.
You know,
it
like,
was beautiful.
There were a few things. One was obviously the beautiful way that the entire setting, right? It's that beautiful, like you have got the cherry blossom tree, you've got a waterfall, very zen, okay? Then the music, you know, you've got that typical man, like that music.
Whole separate discussion, by the way, is soundtrack.
Yeah, of course.
I love the soundtrack. Huh?
And I get very excited because I'm watching the entire sequence and I'm like, okay, kab hoga cut? When will they cut from the actor to stunt double? But there is no cut.
Nope.
It's just the actor. And I'm like, this is so cool.
It was too good.
And it's, you know what? Okay, this I know is going to excite you, but like while watching the whole movie, especially that sequence, I got major Avatar vibes.
Oh, full on.
Major, because full on, like, you know, she's like, I'm a waterbender.
Oh, full on.
I'm an airbender. Let's bring it. And then
all the things that M. Night Shyamalan couldn't do.
Yeah,
they did.
Shang-Chi managed to pull it off.
Shang-Chi managed to do all the things that M. Night Shyamalan couldn't do.
But
that I really, really, really like that sequence. Also, I mean, if we're going in order, that bus scene.
Bro, I was just going to come to that. Like, I saw it. You know what? I had one regret watching the movie today. I watched it. Two things I did. One was I watched it in a theater that wasn't IMAX, so you didn't have that full overwhelming experience. It was like a cute screen. You know, it was like mobile phone pay you connect to TV type screen that way. And more importantly, like the crowd was not the jungly Marvel crowd. I wanted the dude. I know the jungly Marvel crowd would be like, oh my god, whoa.
Yeah. You want that. You want that.
In that bus scene, the way some of the things, I mean, I've seen it in the trailer. I've seen Simu jump up, do that punch and leg split kick.
No, but everything that happens after that also is just, that entire scene is great.
Man, I'll tell you, okay? And this is a confession, so like for around a year and a half, I learned kickboxing, okay? And before I got married, then gyms shut and I couldn't do it. But I was really properly into kickboxing, where it's the same, you know, like, you know, you have to punches and you have to kick and maintain your flexibility. And for me, I'm always like, that was when I started getting addicted to watching a lot of martial arts movies, because obviously now you're in that zone, right? So you want to watch more. And seeing him fight today, I was like, कितने साल में हो पाएगा? How many years of practice?
कितने साल में? Wow, that's so optimistic. That's so optimistic. कितने जन्म में पूछना, कितने साल में? You know what? I don't fuck the martial arts, alright? कितना जन्म लगेगा सीमू लियू का बॉडी बनाने में? पहले वो सोच, सबसे पहले वो सोच, and then take it from there.
Okay, that's a start. Like they were showing scenes of him as a young kid punching wood, and I remember like in our class also we used to do this thing where the guys had to hold up the t-shirts and you have to punch each other on the stomach.
Of course.
Yeah, that's strength building.
I've never been able to tell who that test was for. Was it to test the strength of the other guy's punch or your abs?
It's not your abs, it's for you. So basically what you have to do is you have to hold your breath in and try to just make sure that you don't... if you tighten your stomach, right, you tighten your core, so the punch lands with the whole idea of my class, I think, was just everyone gets that one satisfying thwack.
Yeah, one.
And you're like, bro, ठीक है, I've done it. I'm yeah, that's right. Shangchi
in the house. So you at least did kickboxing like a fucking proper adult, right? As a kid, I was one of the many kids who was, because parents are like, what the fuck are we going to do with this person for so many hours of the day aside from school? I was sent to karate class.
Same, I did karate as well.
Karate class, alright? And there's no thing more pointless on earth than karate class.
Of course.
Right? Because I look back to karate class and I look back to the things that I learned, and I can't imagine a single situation in which that helps me, alright? I can't imagine a single situation in which somebody comes to mug me and I'm like, let me pull out this katha.
Yeah.
This delicate dance in which I shall slay you, villain. With my ability, I would have died about 400 times if I'd ever tried to use karate in any situation
of course.
in my life.
Did you ever do shadow fighting?
So many bullets in me. I would have so many bullet holes in me if I ever tried to do that.
In karate, did you do shadow fighting where they make you fight with your shadow?
Yeah. All that shit.
Imagine someone chases you and you're like, yeah, well, I'm going to punch my shadow. He's like, just, you know what?
Wait until my shadow kicks your shadow's ass. So I realized that the main skill karate teaches you, at least in India, and this was my learning, okay? In the class that I went to 2 different classes. And this is my realization about what karate really teaches you.
Yeah.
What karate really teaches you is that if you set up a business in a way where you can convince a child that every 2 months, by paying for some exam, he gets a new belt, then that's a very good business model.
It is a great business model.
Because you have returning subscribers, but you're also moving them up tiers very quickly and then getting new buckets. Like I literally, dude, I was a blue belt. I'm telling you right now, I don't have the fucking skill for a no belt elastic pair of pants, alright? And somehow I made it to fucking blue belt.
Well
and
done.
My sole qualification for blue belt was every 2 months when they came and said, who wants to give exam? I put my hands up. That was 100% my only qualification for being a fucking blue belt. And ये क्या scam था, मतलब ये क्या must scam था.
It's just like when you start properly learning, even the most, like, it's not like kickboxing is elaborate martial arts, it's basic martial arts, but I'm very fascinated. And like when I was watching, right, I'm like, हाँ ठीक है, karate है, kickboxing है, and then when I'm seeing Shang-Chi fight, I'm like, this is some other level altogether. This is some mad, like, I know it is choreography, I know you know which punch is coming, when to duck and all,
but still.
Oh!
No, he was outstanding.
Oh, so good. And yeah, Rishima, you're right, that bus scene is new religion. Just there is that one shot which I'm going to say where he's punching, he punches, he pulls up on the bar, he slides through the bar and he jumps in the driver's seat. And I'm like,
yeah. That was just incredible. Like that entire sequence, especially when like the bus starts tearing apart, right?
Yeah.
Like, that entire thing was just so fucking astonishing. I loved it.
It was a great. But then
I would never have been able to fight like that, because if you saw my origin story, like at age 10, like if it was my karate teacher teaching me, he would have been like, punch the wood, and I'd be like, I don't want to punch the wood. वो credit card machine निकालता उधर से. But like ठीक है, wood को मत punch कर, तू मेरे को 1000 रुपए दे दे. और मेरा एक आदमी आके वुड को थप्पड़ मारेगा और मैं तेरे को ग्रीन बेल्ट, ऐसा मतलब तू ले ले.
Your 10 rings are the number of zeros after the number 1 in that guy's account, you know?
Yes,
like, yeah,
exactly.
1000 aa gaya. Congratulations,
yes,
these are your rings.
Done. Exactly.
Although my okay, great fight sequences up top. I felt towards the end it was just, I have no idea what is happening. It was just like a mishmash of everything, right?
Okay.
My also thing is like, I get it. Like, okay, dude, you're a smart guy. You're strong. You're powerful. You know, great fight sequences. But like, okay, and this is gonna be a spoiler. But like, eventually he will get the 10 rings. That is what happens in the movie. Also, that's why it's called 10 rings. But once you have the 10 rings, instantly he knows how to use them and fight. How does that work? Shouldn't there be like a manual or like an operating something? Like, how do you know what move to pull off at what time?
I'm guessing like being forced to punch wood at age 10 while watching your dad kind of use them in some way probably teaches you how to use them.
Yeah, because
you have to go with movie logic. I mean, by that logic, right? Like, I mean, Iron Man gets good at using Iron Man armor pretty fucking quick.
Yeah,
like
of course.
After that
all of them
like
do.
This thing. So I feel like that's just story logic.
It's like instant learning.
For me, in fact, the thing that I found weird in and again, this is climax spoilers. We're getting into it. If people want to leave or cover their ears for the next 3 minutes, you can do it right.
Yeah, what we'll do is
we'll
give you a code. Okay, we'll give you this or whatever. Saying spoilers are done, you can mute right now and see us laugh and giggle.
Yeah. This will be right now. It's this. And then because spoiler on, and this will mean spoilers are over.
The rings have spiritual power, so you don't really need to learn how to use them. Great, yeah,
so the rings use you. So the real metaphor is that in the end, the system always uses you. That's the metaphor here.
Script writers like, how do we make him learn spiritual powers? Okay, cool. I guess that's it.
Fair.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, you were saying.
The thing that didn't work for me in the climax, and that felt very random, was like 2 दिन में Katie बहुत अच्छी आर्चर नहीं बन गई.
Man,
like she shot that dragon like directly from that distance. Like, I'm literally imagining Hawkeye in the back in that "Am I a joke to you" meme. Like, excuse me. Like, I loved her otherwise. Throughout the movie, I thought she was a great character. I thought their fucking banter and relationship is great. But that one bit in the ending was a little bit like...
Listen, I have fired a bow and arrow. It is a pain to fire, okay? You're pulling, your hand is trembling, it's a huge arrow.
I've done it once and I'm like, holy shit,
exactly.
It's way tougher than it looks.
A bow and arrow on target, that too with like a dragon scale bow and arrow, and then you can shoot right at the main, it was, you know what she shot? Right? She shot convenience. That was a strong power. An arrow of convenience.
That was an arrow of convenience.
It was like...
That's what it was.
That
it was the world's first dragon GPS arrow. Like... It was manufactured specifically to GPS its way to that dragon.
It's like every movie has this thing, right? The 3-act theory that by the time you reach the 3rd act, everything has to go to shit before there is that one moment where everything becomes fine. And this was your typical everything is shit. Everything is shit. Your savior is gone. Your dad is gone. I am struggling. Everything. What will be the one savior moment? And I thought something cool would happen. But when I saw her shoot the arrow, I was like, chal,
yeah, that was a bit like, कुछ क्या में मतलब हॉकाई का सच में कुछ औकात नहीं है, like MCU में. अगर basically इसका मतलब ये है कि हॉकाई तू 3 दिन में तैयार कर सकता है.
Yeah, of course.
If anything happened to Hawkeye, it would take you 3 days.
3 days
to make another Hawkeye.
Yeah.
That's what this movie suggests.
Just have to train her and that's it. Him or her, and that's Hawkeye.
That's it. Done. That even Kate Bishop is like, hello, what is this? What is the hell is this nonsense?
There were a few other unanswered questions also. I think we've discussed. Do you have any other climax spoilers you want to discuss? Like,
do I have any other?
Even the dragon was very convenient. Very convenient. The protector. सो रहा था.
But it was cool.
Very cool, yes. सो रहा था like अभी चल ठीक है चल उठ जाते हैं चल थोड़ा fighting करते हैं. My enemies come back. Let's chill, chit chat with each other. Okay, bye.
I really thought that dragon was cool.
But then dragon became Uber.
Dragon became Uber a little bit. Yes, this is true. Dragon did become, but still, I thought dragon was very cool. Like, and I'm like, come on, this has to end with you riding a dragon. Like, this has to. Like, it's like fulfill your destiny.
Of course. And then the dragon stops and they both get off the dragon and dragon's like, sir, 5-star de dena. And he's like, thank you, sir. You are very good, Ghanshyam.
Thank you, dragon. Most kind. But yeah. That was the climax.
That was the climax.
I thought Wenwu was a very cool villain. Like,
so let us do the arms and come to Wenwu, guys.
Wenwu, yeah, spoilers are over, guys.
Wenwu, Hawkeye should be called Pokemon. Well, good joke, Meghna. Pokemon.
Pokemon, that's amazing. That's just amazing. It's just you should just get her to join you on the stream instead of like, I feel especially bad that she's like it feels like she's sitting outside on the sofa and sending you
which she is. It's not even like it feels like. Meghna, do you want? But she's not seen Shang-Chi. I'll call her for Eternals because we are going to discuss Eternals with her. So,
yes.
Wenwu so before Shang-Chi came, Shang-Chi, I think I'm pronouncing it. Shang-Chi. Before it came out, I love reading up, watching the movies, understanding about them, and the main actor Tony Zhao, I think his name is
Tony Leung,
Leung, and there was this beautiful essay I saw about how he acts with his eyes. That's how he does most of his acting is just expressions. And throughout the movie, I was just seeing his eyes. I wasn't seeing anything else. I was seeing his eyes, and he was so good.
Yeah, you should be very careful when staring into Tony Leung's eyes, because otherwise, what will happen is, you will fall in love.
Yeah.
And then it's very dangerous, alright? Because remember, this is the first time I ever saw Tony Leung I was 100%, I have no shame saying, seduced by him. Okay. Was in college, our teacher showed us In the Mood for Love.
Okay.
Which is this amazing Wong Kar-wai movie, and that is Tony Leung, and I saw him in that movie, and I was like, bhai, tu shaadi kar le. Like you and your eyes and your just general Tony Leungness, please marry me. Like he's so fucking, there's no other word, he's just so hot in that movie. Like, and both of them, right? Both of them. Like I think it's him and Maggie Cheung, and they're just both so absurd. And that movie just drips desire. Like that's it. That movie is 95% of that movie's plot is basically what if two people intensely desired each other but couldn't do jack shit about it. That's basically it. And oh my god, if you think the eye acting is hectic in this movie, dude,
in the mood for love, that's what it's called.
Yeah, In the Mood for Love, that man is capable. I am reasonably certain that man is capable of physically getting people pregnant with looks.
Yeah, possible.
And I say all people, in the sense that I'm reasonably certain that I do not have a uterus, but I'm pretty sure that for the 2 hours of that movie, I was pregnant. I was actually pregnant. And then the fact that he stopped looking at me, the baby could not sustain, but I was pregnant for those 2 hours, 100%.
I love the comment, right? People are agreeing and Shishir is like, last time they were talking about Oscar Isaac. Huh?
It happens, alright?
Fine, guys. Yeah, we
right?
Yeah, there are. Why should we feel shy? I appreciate male beauty.
And
I appreciate.
If I was walking down the street and Oscar Isaac and Tony Leung came out, I would weep.
Bye.
I would not know.
Rohan's
would not
gone.
know what to do. Gone.
Yeah, Rohan's gone.
First of all, I would have twins on the road immediately. I would just carry to term and just fucking give birth on the spot. I would deliver just on the spot. And the thing is, I would, and this is the sad thing, with those two dudes, I would pray that the baby had none of my genes, and only was like across this thing of Tony Leung and Oscar Isaac,
world would explode.
The world would explode. If Tony Isaac or Oscar Leung was born, then
oh my
the
god,
world can't. Like then we are definitely getting that 3-degree rise in temperature that is supposed to be coming. Like on the spot. I'm sorry that my like hellspawn Oscar Isaac Tony Leung baby has caused this. And I say that sentence, I realize we've strayed very far from what we came here to discuss.
Right, okay, Tony Leung, great villain. Wenwu, for the first time I saw a Marvel villain and I'm like, dude, I agree with him. I don't see anything wrong in what he's doing. I agree with what he's doing. I agree with what he stands for. He seems like a pretty nice guy who reformed and then shit went down and he became bad again, which any sane person would do. So there was never a moment where I'm like, I hate this guy.
So that's the thing, right? My favorite sort of, I love the little metaphor throughout the movie, which is that in general, and this is true, all right, and I include Indians in that, and I love the metaphor of the fact that being an Asian kid is tough.
Yeah, you're disappointed,
right? Just
father.
In terms of your disappointed parents, right? Just your parents have so much like high expectations of you, right? And you see that like with these two kids throughout the basically about that, and then suddenly this dad whose love you've craved your whole life sort of calls you back.
Yeah.
And sells you this whole story of how I'm just trying to keep the family together and this, that. And this is the genius of Tony Leung. You buy it.
Yeah.
I bought it. All right. Because for the first half, I was just like, wait, have we just misunderstood this? Like you said, right? Have we just
till the end,
this guy?
I still thought it.
Have we just misunderstood this guy? And then he starts doing the dickish shit that he starts doing. All right, and even
man, he's still not doing dicky shit. That's what I'm trying to say, right? If you've seen the movie, he is still like, I will go there, I will find my wife. If I have to like have war, I will. Cause he's so adamant in love,
but that's the thing,
and the
right?
love
the
that changed him.
Doing it is that's the thing. It's not the love that changed him though. What for me is the story there is that he didn't do it when she was there. The problem is that, right? And this is the other thing that at the end of the day tears sort of families apart. I think when she was there and when she was with him, he didn't love her and he didn't cherish her. And that's what they say also, right? She's gone now. Like now, what is the point of your suddenly being like, I'll go to the depths of hell and back, even if it means sort of ending the world or whatever, when really, dude, no offense, but when it counted, you were too busy fucking 10 ringing it and trying to take over the world or whatever, because it's also a story about that, right? Like at the end of the day, like that you want to take over the world, you're going to lose the people that you love sometimes doing the things that you go to do. And then these kids sort of take, like, that's the other beautiful thing at the end, right? Where he takes the 10 rings and he takes what his dad has taught him and his mom's sort of fighting style.
Yeah.
And that
it's like I'm a culmination of my parents,
yes,
you know, like that.
The idea, right? That you are your parents and then you take what they teach you and you make something new of it, because that's also important, right? Because it's also it's also an immigrant story, right? In this particular case. So I thought that was fucking beautiful.
As he said, the name doesn't die, the name still lives on, you know. Maybe through your kids, through their actions, through their behaviors, the name will still live on, you know. So I mean, there were some great messages, there were some great moments, like I'm not denying it, but as someone who saw it, if I were to highly recommend it, I wouldn't highly recommend it. I would say, fun movie, but it's not like oh dude, you have to see, like the way I've been saying Dune, you have to for Shang-Chi, for him, Sean, okay, I felt it was...
No, I would still say like you have to, because again for me, this is the part we haven't talked about yet. It had a return of, I think, one of my favorite characters ever in the MCU, from one of my favorite movies in the MCU.
I think I know what you're talking about also.
Trevor fucking Slattery from Iron Man 3, alright? And I love that he references it by going, there's this dick who called himself the Mandarin.
Very funny.
And what the fuck?
Very funny.
And I was like, I'm so glad you tied off that you said and acknowledged the fact that it was like whatever earlier, and it's too good.
Listen, like Disney and Marvel, I think they've come across this, how do I put it, this golden formula as to how to make people really care for the movie. It's like halfway through introduce a cute animated character, like in Star Wars they have the Pog, or here they have...
Or like the Flurkin, right? In Captain Marvel.
Exactly. Here they have this, I don't know, they've not... Morris, right? Morris.
His name Morris.
Morris
Morris was adorable.
Oh my god.
Morris was fucking adorable. He was the real hero of Shang-Chi.
Every sound that...
Morris OP, guys. Morris OP in chat. If you've seen it, then Morris OP in chat.
Yeah, please, guys. Morris OP, and I can remember someone upstairs, someone up in the chat also had said, where he's saying like, oh yeah, we just play acting. Oh, that joke I can get behind. Now that is a funny joke. And when Morris is also like, meh.
Yeah, that was great. That was great.
Oh,
so
man.
I mean, I'm with you in the sense I wouldn't like Dune level recommend it, but I would like if anybody was doing like a Marvel rewatch or wanted to watch the Marvel movie, I would be like, don't skip this movie.
Of course.
I would be like, do not. Also, now we come to the most important thing: post the credit.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. Before we come to post credit, I have to tell you: did you feel that this movie was Marvel? You know, like you have your typical Marvel formula of you need the giant CGI fight, you need those minions attacking, little bit of pockets of humor every 2 seconds.
Marvel.
It was
this
like
was the Marvel formula,
which
taken to it's the Marvel origin story formula. Basically, there is a Marvel origin story formula, and this movie was the Marvel origin story formula.
So, should we discuss then post credits?
Yes. What beacon is this now?
I'm very fascinated.
Yeah, because first I was like, whoa, what are these soul stones?
Yeah, I thought, right? I'm like, this is exactly,
we're done with the stones.
We finished that. And you also said there was a paperweight. So you doubly were done with the stones. So what exactly is this beacon, you know?
One thought is it like something like in the sense, because they don't know where it's signaling to, right? So one is it signaling to another multiverse only? Is one thought, as opposed to signaling to somewhere far away? Or is it signaling to like some Galactus type?
Isn't Kang supposed to be the main villain that they are priming to be? Because that was what they were priming.
Among other things, yeah. Kang among other things.
Or, oh my god, spoilers. Sorry guys, if you've not seen it, then apologies. But abhi kya kare? बोल दिया. But these are end credits. End credits तुम लोग देख लोगे. Now we are just postulating for the future. But like I'm just saying, like it could be Kang. It could also be like, so first when he was looking at the rings, I thought, okay, you know what? Maybe it is like leading up to like multiverse of madness, where he's trying to show like how Strange will open up and there are these different portals. Then I said, no, it's not the portals thing. So I'm trying to figure it out. Ring portals was in Sonic, so anyways, that is a different
it could also
situation.
It is the same sort of color as these things also. In what do you call it? All the Doctor Strange magic.
Yeah,
basically.
of course. There are rumors that they are planning on getting Doom. Eventually, they're going to introduce Doom because Doom has to come into it. Like that has to be a big villain.
Doom and Fantastic Four, right? Like
Doom and Fantastic Four, but also Doom as a big villain, I would buy. You know, if you build up Doom as the big villain. So I feel like that's the situation. They're building up to some huge villain. You're right. Could be a cosmic entity, but I think after Thanos, you're done. Thanos. Thanos is
what they called that entire theory, right? Thanos is exactly what they called that theory. So, yeah.
Galactus would be the main. Yeah, Galactus could be. Leak, who do you think would be the main villain for the next phase?
Say.
I am honestly thinking it'll be Doom, and if it's Doom, I'll be very excited for Doom. Galactus for sure. Who else? Celestials will bring Galactus.
Yeah, I guess, Celestials would bring Galactus in, right?
Yes, Reva, the Guju came out of me. Kang, yes, Kang has come out in Loki, so I think that because they were that was the big thing about Loki, that Kang is going to be the big guy.
Yes.
So Kang,
but hey, he was there. So
on 3. Wow, mad. If that is happening. The Living Tribunal. Nah, yaar, I don't think so.
The Living Tribunal? No.
He doesn't have big villain potential also.
Also, the Living Tribunal literally like just adjudicates on like he's not adjudicating on issues. He's literally adjudicating on matters of things like if it can happen, then he's not going to stop it from happening. Like in the sense that he doesn't care if a villain takes over something, or if something is allowed by the laws of essentially physics in the universe, the Living Tribunal just lets it happen. Yeah. He's like so high above like the issues of this thing.
Yeah, he's like, dekh raha ho yaar, abhi ho gaya na. I'm like the same, like the Watcher. Even the Watcher's like, chill, I'm watching. I'm watching. Exactly. I'm not going to do shit. Kang is antagonist and all of that. Okay, they might be calling Eternals, might have been wrong. Yeah, honestly, we don't know. We'll see. When Spider-Man comes, we'll know because, interesting.
No, I know Kang is different and that was the one who remains, but basically like, not Kang is not Galactus. Wait.
Kang is not Galactus.
Galactus are different.
Two different characters. Yes, and there's just last one. I don't know who's Doom. Please, buddy, please go right now. Just type Dr. Doom and go down the Wikipedia plot hole and go down and enjoy.
Who do you think would make a good Dr. Doom?
Dude, they were talking about shit. They were casting some actor. By the way, I feel the original Dr. Doom can come back again. He was amazing. The guy who played the original Dr. Doom. He was very good.
You need little better. Like, need little more like Need some like Doctor Doom has to have like next level gravitas. Like if he wasn't playing Moon Knight, I would have said Oscar Isaac.
I think Oscar now I think we're going to put Oscar Isaac.
Oscar Isaac can play. Oscar Isaac should be Batman.
He will. Oh my god.
Oscar Isaac would be a fucking fantastic Batman. Oscar Isaac would also, for my money, in a slightly darker this thing, be a fantastic Green Arrow.
Listen, guys. I think we'll end the stream now. I need some private time to imagine Oscar Isaac in all these situations. Thank you, Tintin, for the super chat. Of course, we'll do it for Cobra Kai. Of course, Cobra Kai is Anyways, back to the topic of Shang-Chi. So we spoke about the first end credit. The second end credit was very typical. Movie wise, I feel good movie, entertaining, but lots of plot holes that eventually lead to convenience at the end of the day, as we clearly discussed. Great villain, great action sequence. Someone also said the entire the sequence with the building and the scaffolding sequence.
Good. That scaffolding sequence was out fucking standing. Out fucking standing. And I watched it in my dark glasses, imagining it in 3D.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah. You're like, okay, let's just, if I move my head real quick, I get 2 layers possible.
Like this, then I get like 2.5D.
But this is the second time this month that I have seen a movie with great background music. Great background music. Dune, my Damru's in this thing, I'll bring
Don't do it.
Great.
Cross streams. You can't hold the 10 rings and the Damru of death at the same time. You'll end the universe.
Shang-Chi and the 10 Dunes. Wow, that'll be a movie I'll watch.
That'll be a wild one. Yeah.
Great mix of nice classical. You've got your Oriental music, a lot of hip hop stuff. Yep. And it fit. It didn't feel like it was out of place.
Fit.
It fully fit. And great, like sometimes
I love the soundtrack. I got all the feels.
Yeah, soundtrack and visual effects. Sometimes I look at visual effects and I'm like, oh man,
yeah.
So good.
That entire place was beautifully realized. That village also.
Talo and then the entire the bamboos closing in and
yeah. Beautiful.
The animals where one was definitely a Pokemon. The wolf was definitely a Pokemon. I have seen that.
Looked like it, no?
Yeah, 100%. Ninetales. That's the Pokemon name also, if I'm not wrong. So chori cheating. But apart from that, great movie. Please do watch Shang-Chi. It's coming tomorrow, day after tomorrow. It's coming day after tomorrow.
Day after tomorrow.
Watch
it on a nice big TV. If I'm not mistaken, it's also getting. I think this is going to be on Hotstar.
It is going to be on Hotstar.
Well.
It's going to be on
I mean
IMAX.
the IMAX thing, right? They're doing the IMAX thing. Yeah. So exactly, they're doing IMAX cuts of these movies. So instead of getting them on that full screen with that TV effect, you get them with the black bars, but you get that sense of epicness. So please find the biggest TV you can and watch it. It'll be way more fun that way. Watch the IMAX version.
We were going to cover like Disney Day, but we decided we'll do Shang-Chi and Eternals because over the next 2 days we've got other stuff going on. But if Disney Day is really epic, we'll definitely talk about it. It's coming on Disney Plus Hotstar. Plus, like he said, you've got the IMAX format, so you're completely sorted to watch it. So if you connect a good speaker, please do connect a good speaker. Big screen for visuals, audio.
Hold on.
Sorted. You're going to have a fun time.
Oh man. Laksha Agarwal says Giancarlo Esposito as Dr. Doom. I would buy the shit out of that.
I definitely would.
I would buy the shit out of that. The third daddy of my baby.
It's like, तो ये बच्ची का बाप कौन है? And Rohan pulls out a list.
Well.
ये है.
It's like in BoJack, Hollyhock has like 7 dads. It's like that. 7 dads and none of them are me, and that's fine. That's fine.
Tintin, what about Tobey Maguire as Doom? No man, Tobey is too sweet to be Doom.
Finger gun dancing Dr. Doom.
We've got 250 people watching. Hello everybody. Hello.
250 people.
This is smash it. See, Rohan, you've learned. After all the streaming, Rohan has finally started.
I have watched you woo, and I have learned.
Yeah, I know.
Harness the power of the 10 rings.
You take my 10 rings of desperation, Exactly. Each one is like, smash the like button. I have the arrow
of desperation.
Smash the like button.
Katie got the arrow of convenience, I got the arrow of desperation. That's how this works. Those are the rules.
And now, we are going to discuss beautiful conversation about a movie called The Eternals. Rohan, I'm going to let you start this one.
It's a complicated one, isn't it? So here's the thing, alright? I didn't hate it like a lot of people have hated it. I didn't hate it. I didn't. But the sort of more I come back and think about it, like after everything. Wait, I think my doorbell just rang. Give me a second.
Yeah, please do.
I don't know why it rang.
It's Kevin Feige. He's like, how dare you?
How dare you? Right?
How dare you? Alright, while Rohan's gone, League, let me know who else. Keanu Reeves. Yeah, Keanu Reeves would be cool. I think Topher Grace would be great as Doctor Doom. Ninetales is Naruto. My bad, guys. There is a Pokemon called Ninetales. I can 100% guarantee you there is a Pokemon. Fox Pokemon.
Wait, that was like
Ninetales.
That was like false alarm max.
Yes, don't lie to me, guys. Ninetales is the Pokemon. I'm absolutely correct. I'm not. I know what I'm doing.
You like absolutely certain?
You know what? 1 second. I'm just gonna quickly, even though I shouldn't. There's no point, but I'll quickly do it.
Do what?
Yeah, this is Ninetales, guys.
Are you like, yeah, you're like following this argument all the way through?
Yeah, someone was arguing. There was a fox with 9 tails. This is 9 tails. Okay, anyways, cool. Let's go back. We were talking about the Eternals. Let's go. Eternals.
Yes, the Eternals. Now, so, like I said, do not hate it as much as a lot of people do. Like in the sense that, like, I don't understand like the crazy review bombing, but it is a bit of a mess in the sense that there's just way too many characters, man. There's just way too much going on, and it feels like everybody has to get this cursory look in, and then it just doesn't work as a result of that at times. Like, for example, before we get into any plot specifics or whatever, the first big thing for me is I feel like you could have, and again, we're getting into spoilers here, guys. Like, nothing we can do. There's just going to be spoilers.
And I think, I agree with Shang-Chi. I'm gonna keep saying it like that, Shang-Chi. But I agree with that movie. It's still like it's. Oh no, actually, Shang-Chi is beyond the spoiler. This thing, Eternals is 1 week out. Yeah, now if you've not seen it, then you've not seen it. I mean,
we
will get into spoilers.
So if you haven't watched the Eternals, and I can't believe I'm saying this, leave the stream. It's fine. You can come back and watch this video after you've watched. Don't tell them to leave the stream.
Stay. And I see a legend in the stream right now in the league. KRV Sai, not a problem, barely an inconvenience. Oh my god, thank you so much for that reference. Listen, Ron, I'm just gonna, before we start Eternals, have you ever seen the pitch meetings on Screen Rant?
No, I haven't. Okay.
I'm going to blow your mind. Okay. Pitch meetings is very simple format. There's this Ryan George, that's the guy. 5 years ago he came up with an idea where he plays the guy who's with a bunch of scripts and he's pitching the meeting to the executive and he plays the executive. So he's like, all right guys, he's like, for example, for Shang-Chi, he's like, so we are going to have a fight in a bus, and the executive's like, right, nice, fights in bus are tight, very grounded, I like it. And then he's like, yeah, and then they're going to go to the back, everyone's going to jump and everyone's going to punch each other, and the executor's like, there, we marveled it. And it's all the plot holes, the loopholes, the inside jokes, everything. Like even with Eternals, there is this hilarious sequence that he does at the end talking about the movie, and it is so funny where he's like, wait, you do know as Marvel, we can have an 8-hour long series explaining all the characters, right? And then the guy who's pitching is like, nah, let it be a film. So it's exactly like that. That's a very good point.
Eternals could totally have been a show. Like, Eternals would 100% have worked as a show. Like, for me, what that happened in the movie is, right? Like, I felt like as a result of, like, them having to do so much. And the thing is, right, there's things that I can't understand why are there in the movie. Like, as weird as that sounds. Like, and again, this could just be me. And we're getting into spoilers here, right? So, I mean, fine, I won't tell you all to leave and come back and watch
Eternals is a 2.5 hour long movie which still has so much that is put in it, so much that is crammed in, where you're barely getting used to one segment before you move on to the other. So
I feel like nothing would have changed in the movie if Thena and Gilgamesh weren't in the movie.
Of course.
Like, nothing. Of course. Plot-wise, nothing would have changed if Thena and Gilgamesh weren't in the film.
But Thena was afflicted by convenience. Again.
She was really afflicted by convenience.
She was like, I'm going to fight unless you're like really in need of help. At that point of time, I'm going to just be the bad guy for a few seconds.
Yeah, it was
convenient.
Just like we need, and then again, like the deviants, were they really the bad guys? Were they not the bad guys? Were they just there?
Dude,
what would happen if they weren't there?
The entire deviant story arc with the guy gaining powers and then at the end saying, "Oh, we just got played," and I'm like, and you've built up a nice villain. Why are you then just throwing him away? You've built up a villain who has over the years not only gained intelligence but also gained to all the powers of them. And imagine all the powers combined, and he's just huckloud.
Yeah, just gone.
Niklo yahan se. And I'm
just
like,
gone.
Why?
Yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely right about that. Like, and that's.
Dude, Eternals is full family drama movie. It's basically just, by the way, if Tina wasn't in the movie, I wouldn't have watched the movie. Bullshit.
What?
Bullshit. Why? There are much better Angelina Jolie movies to watch if that's who you're watching for. She did nothing over there, okay?
Again, Dane. Just had basically Kit Harington.
Yeah.
You could chop that character out physically.
No, but they needed him to introduce him as the future's character. No.
Why?
Which is just like, okay.
Why? He doesn't do anything super in the film. Why? You could just introduce him in another film, which already doesn't have 12 other people in it.
Which brings me to a very fascinating question, which I would love to ask you. There is this beautiful sequence in the movie where they are attacked in the streets of London, and there is a bus running towards, like it's coming full speed towards Kit Harington. And at that point of time, Cersei touches the bus and it turns into petals, which is a magical moment. Mm-hmm. What about the people in the bus?
You see the driver.
What about the driver?
Yeah, no, you see the driver. Like, he's sort of there and you see the roses sort of this thing around him and she's like, sorry, and he's fine.
Oh, he's fine? Because, I didn't see that part.
Because I wanted the same thing. The second that happened, I was like, wait, what? And
I
checked, and the bus was empty and it's just the driver.
Okay. I didn't see the driver.
That occurred to somebody.
Yeah.
Like in the writer's room where they must have been like, wait, so she just kills the bus? No.
Yeah.
That didn't happen.
Yeah, I didn't see the driver. Otherwise, I was like, this is just bizarre. Like, she's like, yo, check out magic trick.
Otherwise, that would be horrific.
Yeah.
That would be horrific.
I took all these people and I turned them into... Did you get boys vibes from from the movie? Like, certain scenes were very boysy.
Like what?
Like, for example, Icarus was very Homelander. I mean, I know it's the same guy.
Icarus wasn't Homelander
in the beams and all of that.
He's not Homelander. I don't feel like the character's Homelander. Like, fine, he's got I-beam, but I mean, so does Superman, right? Like, in the sense, he flies and he's got I-beams. I didn't feel like he was Homelander in the sense that Homelander's like just a straight up psychopath. He doesn't believe in anything. In fact, the problem is that he doesn't believe in anything other than himself. Icarus is sort of carrying this great weight of this sort of mission and belief in Arishem, which sort of differentiates him rather spectacularly, but also arguably makes him the more boring character of the two.
He was.
In the sense that I thought of all the people in the cast, actually, Richard Madden really disappointed me. I was like, you're Rob Stark, you're cool. Why are you so like wooden and ponderous in this film?
Yep,
like,
and not only that, again, this guy who is the good guy, and then suddenly he's like, no, I want Arishem's thing to come true. Then suddenly it's like, no, I'm going to fight everyone. Make sure Celestial is born. Suddenly it's like, hey, no, I love you. I think मैंने गलती कर दी. I'm going to fly away. Why can't you just? Why do you have to like redeem him? Let him be an asshole. Let him have some terrible tendencies that you can root for. Again, it was just convenient. The entire climax, everything was convenient. Everyone's timing, everyone's things were convenient. As I mentioned to you, I love the fact that people are just forgotten and forgiven. Kingo doesn't want to come to the fight. He's like, ठीक है, go.
So I thought that was cool. So I know that's my unpopular opinion for this movie. I know a lot of people don't like it, but I thought that was actually a cool choice in the sense that in this sort of large family, in this large grouping, there's one person going, we need to destroy this person. There's another person going, no, we need to destroy you guys. And there's a third person going that, you know what, genuinely over thousands and thousands of years and then all of those things, whatever, I'm just out. And I think that's a good enough explanation where he's like, I oppose like him, but not enough to like have a fight. And I'm like, that's an interesting, that is a truly morally great choice for a character to make and then walk out, which made that interesting for me. I actually thought what I did find disappointing was like, फिर कुमेल नंजियानी body काय को बनाया? Like the main question, कुमेल नंजियानी इतना body काय को बनाया?
That is again, pitch meeting has that joke only where he's like, and then I was thinking we'll get Kumail Nanjiani and make him work out for a year and then make him wear clothes throughout the movie, and he's like, that's tight.
That's just like, that was, I feel bad for him. I'm like, because, you know, as somebody who does work out, and probably not even at 1/20th the scale at which Kumail Nanjiani had to work out to do that. Man, it sucks getting up and going to the gym every day like that. And he probably had to like diet like a crazy mofo. And then he could have just had a normal physique.
His face became a square. Like his face is a literal square.
Yeah.
And if I'm so sorry, and I'm going to come to this point, but as an Indian, while watching that movie, I didn't give a fuck that he was a Bollywood actor and he's doing that fake Bollywood dance. I didn't care. Ibu Atela is there. I rooted for him throughout the movie. I loved him.
Yo, he was great.
I appreciated him. I loved every moment.
He was so good. He was so fucking good. He was so funny. I really loved him.
Moment. You should always carry backups, sir.
Outstanding.
You should always carry backups. So battery. This will be a very good action sequence, sir. Except in the end when he goes, "आपने जो हमारे लिए किया वो मैं हम हमेशा आभारी रहेंगे."
I thought that was a slightly fuck all move. I'm like, no man, you should stand up with people and fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Like that would have been my reaction. I've been like, wait, like we've supposedly been on this planet charting our history. Like for you, and now I'm supposed to be thankful to you that you're going to kill us all.
Yeah.
That I thought was a weird dialogue choice. So like, नहीं, मैं नहीं आभारी हूँ. मैं मतलब बिल्कुल आभारी. तुम सब लोग गांडू लोग हो. एक नंबर के हराम गांडू इतने लोग हो तुम लोग. और मैं तुम लोग के घर पे आके मैं अंडे फेंकने वाला हूँ. और तुम लोग कमीने हो.
Before he goes,
I feel like that would have been like, it would have been like, you motherfucker don't know. Alright? मेरी माँ चुड़ैल की बेटी, मेरा बाप शैतान का चेला.
I was just saying
you don't know shit.
Before he goes, he's like,
I'm gonna open a can of whoop ass.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna go away. I'm gonna come back with my friend Mithun Chakrabarti. And y'all are dead.
Damn funny.
Y'all are dead.
He's like, okay, fine, I'm done. He turns around, then he turns back. They're like, what do you want? He's like,
Yeah.
खाएगा केला. And that's it. That he's smashed them with that gunda dialogue.
Yeah.
They don't know what to do after that.
Like nothing. Full smash, and that would have been amazing. Like that would have been totally amazing.
So Ibu, amazing. Okay, like I loved seeing him. Very, very funny, and he was giving the proper like jokes. Everyone else was a little forced. Like having Fastos, which firstly, okay, I have not read Eternals. I don't know much about Eternals. I said I'll go into the movie straight up. Okay, I went and I saw one second. Meghna, can you come here 1 second, please? Hi, can you come here 1 second? Come now, 2 minutes. Come 2 minutes. Come 2 minutes. Come.
On camera, you can hear me.
Okay. So I was watching the movie.
Hi, Meghna.
He's saying hi to you.
Hi.
What's going on?
What's going on?
The usual, getting bored while my husband does some nerdy shit.
Okay.
Well,
Cool.
it's always lovely to hear from you also.
He's saying it's lovely to hear from you. Wait, I'll remove this thing headphone. So, we were watching the movie and it was I'll be very honest, it was very distracting watching the movie with her because she was cracking sadak chap jokes. I'll tell you some of the jokes that she has cracked. 1 second. Say something, just say something.
Check.
Perfect. I'll tell you what.
Oh, hello.
So when Fastos came, she was like, "Oh, Fastos and the Furious." I'm like, "Can you please be quiet?"
And you're telling me you're not proud of that. Hello, Bagel. What's going on? You're telling me you're not proud of that. Hi, Meghna.
Hello.
Then
what's going on?
Just
Go on. I know. I'm gonna let him go.
Acha, tell me, what did you think of Eternals? Honestly, what was this thing?
Sahil told me that, I don't know, between the two of y'all, there was a pre-watch something that the movie is going to be absolute crap. So we went in with absolutely no expectations, and then I was pleasantly surprised.
Same.
Yeah, it was just a bit longer than it should have been. But I hate when people say that because if people spend lots and lots of months and hours making a movie and then you go and you're like, 2.5 घंटा बहुत हो गया. So I don't want to shit on that.
You were yawning throughout. You were yawning and like, what is this? I'm bored and all.
So it got a bit emo and I'm not up for that emo shit. So...
Also, the relationship had no spark in it at all.
Yeah, I feel like all of the
Icarus-Cersei relationship.
Yeah.
Like Druig and Makari was great. Like there's nice sort of chemistry going on, this vibe happening on the side. And that was awesome. Like even Tina and Gilgamesh was so sweet.
Yeah.
Like just as this sort of caregiver relationship.
Yeah.
It was so nice, these two friends or all of that. But these two were just it's like you, I don't know, it's like...
has there been a movie before this, like in terms of
this is the first
adding
movie.
context
This is
to the characters?
let him come here. This is the first movie that has come. So
I was not sold on any of the relationships because it felt like दिखाने के लिए चालू कर दिया और फिर everybody is like gotten together.
Yeah, I mean Cersei and Icarus, if you're dating for 4, are you serious? 4,000 years you have dated?
Really,
Are you mad?
4,000 years, somebody's gonna like step away and be like, I'm gonna go explore something else. Like, someone's gonna step away.
It takes like 2 months for most, so 4,000 is like
4 months is like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, you mean to and then she had to find, obviously she had to find Kit Harington, uska chota bhai, you know, so like
yeah, straight away, like
and
immediately.
I was giggling with the Game of Thrones thing, so Cersei
I was
is
very
with
happy
Rohan.
with the Harry Styles this thing. I was like, it made everything worth it.
It made the 2.5 hours worth it.
Yeah.
That's another person I crush on. We are talking about men we crush on. Harry Styles. Oh my
God.
You should have seen some people in the theater that I was at. Like when he came on, I swear to God, I thought underwear was going to be flung at the stage.
Yeah.
Like that's really what it looked like for a couple of seconds. Like he appears in that one shot and behind me, like this entire auditorium just exploded.
And like men and women alike. Like it wasn't just the women.
Just losing their shit.
Yeah.
Dude, my auditorium had a guy who I told you, he was losing. So guys, I was watching the movie and there was a guy who was screaming at everything. Every action sequence. Woo! Mumbai came, he's like, Mumbai! India, he's screaming. So when Harry Styles came, he was... So firstly, when the credits came, people got up, right? So he yelled, everybody sit down! Sit down. So Meghna got up. Meghna got up, he looked at her, sit down!
I got into a little bit, I'm just like...
You're missing out on life!
I said, you're missing out on friends. Be quiet.
Did he say that? One sec, did he say that?
Yeah,
he
was the...
That's an actual exchange.
Yeah, I am the token angry person everywhere. So if somebody is just...
No, that's fine, but this person actually
You're
missing out on life.
You're missing out. Everybody
sit down.
Everybody sit down.
People started walking out and then he's like, everybody sit down, you're missing out. And then I just got up and I looked at him. He was right behind me and I'm just like...
Yeah. But when Harry Styles came, this guy grew ovaries. I could physically hear the ovaries literally explode in his tummy because he was like, Harry Styles! Harry! And I'm like, he's not here. What is happening to you, bro?
My young baby will destroy him. I don't care how this is going. My Australian Tony Isaac baby is going to destroy the shit out of whatever comes out of this man's ovaries. I promise you this.
All I have to say is that the movie I watched before this with Sahil was No Time to Die, which lasted about 25 years. It's crap. It's the same thing. Okay, it's like every Bond movie ever. The formula is bad guys, but also woman that he's just like he falls for every fucking time, and then the woman fucks him over, but he's also like, but she was so nice even though she fucked me over, and then everybody dies, and it took 20 years for the movie to get done. So I was like, what is it? It was pretty crap. Don't watch it, okay? If you value your time and your life, unlike Sahil, don't watch it.
I don't know how much I value either of those things, if I'm honest. Like it varies day to day.
Okay, then definitely go watch it.
On a day when I'm feeling not so great, I guess I'll be like, and just go watch it.
Yeah. Just don't take anybody don't force anybody to come with you because then...
No.
What were the other jokes? You crack Fast Shows and Furious.
I feel like that was directed more towards Sahil than it was to me.
No, of course.
Yeah. I don't know why he just assumes I'm going to be his plus one to everything, and now he's come to terms that the plus one has to be literally anybody else.
I got your back. Don't worry about it. No, I got your back. Worst case, I'll take that bullet if you don't want to.
Please, take all the bullets. I'm good.
Who was Salma Hayek? What was her name?
Ajax.
Huh?
Ajax.
Oh, please listen to this.
Nothing. I just kept saying ejaculation.
Ejaculate. So every time she came, she like,
look.
Bored,
okay. You know what? Salma Hayek used to be good before. Now she was just like Tupperware ka dabba, to be honest. I don't know. I have a few, I have extreme opinions, I know. And basically, like no personality. She was just nothing, right? She was not emoting. Although she was supposed to be the anchor that's holding everyone together, none of that came through. None of those emotions or like just the need to be able to hang on to that when she died.
Yeah,
you can say that, right? Yeah. So. Whatever.
So, imagine I'm trying to watch a movie, enjoy in the corner, I'm hearing ejaculate. Then Fast and Furious. Then she says, Fast, he'll deliver a role. I'm like, can you stop?
I was just trying to entertain myself because the movie wasn't necessarily doing that.
Sure.
Okay, on that note, I'm gonna go because I feel like I'm shitting on everything.
I feel like this could be a recurring segment.
Yeah, I think so. Even the people in the chat are like, Meghna, you should just
off your chest and then you leave again.
Yeah, I can be the literally the angry girl in everything where I can hit on everything because that's like kind of what I do.
Yeah.
In life also.
Yeah.
Sahil is really lucked out.
But
oh yeah, really.
But yeah, Eternals, fascinating, interesting movie. But just buddy, chillax. Are you fine?
I think
He is the captain now.
Yeah, he is the captain. He's not going to go now.
It's fine.
Do you want to? Okay, you can stay. What else about the movie? Let's.
So the Bollywood thing, right? We were talking about.
Yeah.
Here's the one thing that annoyed me about that Bollywood sequence, right? You are Marvel. You have the best camera teams, the best everything teams. You have like cameras moving around left, right, and center, and all these action scenes. The one time you try to do a Bollywood dance scene, you're just having these random still frame shots where like they're just like these steady shots and everyone's dancing. Everyone's shot from open, everyone's dancing, and there's no camera movement. Watch a Bollywood song. If nothing, just watch a Bollywood song. And then get your things from there. Here, it just felt like one stage where a video camera leke rakha hai and Kumail is like trying to dance, and that I was just like, you could have sold this a little better.
It was even worse. The worst thing about. Sorry guys, I think there was an audio issue. I was on speaker while Meghna was there, so there was a bit of. Did you not hear Rohan at all? Because if you didn't hear Rohan at all, I will upload a version of this conversation which was recorded. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay. Could they not?
I don't know. Right. You could hear him, right? It was just a little soft because it was on speaker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You know what my problem with that sequence also was? That I am tired of this NRI version of Bollywood. You know, it was such an NRI Bollywood. Like when you go to an American, you're like, imagine Bollywood and he's like, it'll be these fancy dances and everyone's dancing. I'm like, no, that you could have done so much better than this traditional that sitar beat and a dim chika dim tu hai meri rani.
Dastane-e-Icarus.
Please, yaar, please.
Dastane-e-Icarus.
Although,
I mean, come on.
Although I didn't expect it as an Indian, when he said that there's a scene when he goes below the deviant and he goes, tissue.
Oh, that was great.
Oh my god!
That was great.
Oh my
that
god!
Was fucking well done. I fully cheered at that point.
I was like, this
at
is
that point,
so
I fully
cool.
Cheered.
I
fully cheered. Also, that dig about how he's his great grandfather, then his grandfather, and then his father, and him is the best Nepo joke. Like, that they could possibly have done.
Hilarious. It was very, very funny.
That was very funny. We're like, how do you explain that you've been in movies? Like, well, no, my great grandfather, my grandfather, and then my father, and then it's me. And I thought that was genius.
Let's do this. Let's go character wise. You tell me great, not great, okay? Cool. Kingo, since we're already on the topic of Kingo.
Great fun. Kingo Karun, great double act, enjoyed. Bishum, well done. Finger guns, great power.
That's his power.
Yeah,
just finger guns. And then he does something like that, which he does.
Yeah.
You have, after Kingo, we'll go to Fastos.
Fun, time pass, whatever. Little inconsistent in the sense that it's like, when do you decide to interfere in the ways of men and when do you decide not to, and when do you decide to progress our technology forward and when do you decide not to. And alright, whatever.
Like randomly you're like, chal nuclear bomb banate, abhi nahi banana, abhi cycle banaunga. Like I'm tired of this. Then after Fastos we'll come to Sprite.
I loved Sprite. I just wish they'd like gone forward and just like stuck with Sprite as the main villain of the story.
Of course. They redeemed her. That's the problem. It was all like, oh, tu hamesha bachche hai. This was the ending was beta jab bade jagda kar rahe, you should not interfere. You want to be adult?
So,
no, you can be adult.
If you want comic spoilers,
yes, please give me.
In Neil Gaiman's Eternals run, basically what emerges is that Sprite was basically the agent of chaos in like the whole this thing. And when they ask why, it's essentially that same reason. Where like, I'm tired of being fucking 11 years old. And it's great. It's actually a great dilemma, right?
Yeah.
For thousands of years, I watch everybody else fall in love, do things, move on in life, like have children, have lives, all of those things. I stay like always 1 year short of you forever. Like I just have to be like that for thousands of years. Like why did you punish me sort of specifically that way is what she asks. Like, I think Zuras, who's the head of the Eternals in the comics, is what she basically asks him at the end of the story. Like when they finally confronted her and she's run away and all of that. This entire conversation happens in like a train car. Like the train is on its way somewhere and he's just sitting, he appears next to her and he's talking to her and she explains the entire situation. She's like, I just want this to stop. And he says, okay, no problem. And he gives her a hug and he snaps her neck.
Man, now
and
that
just basically leaves this dead kid on the train and walks away.
Now that
and that was
I
the
would
final.
watch.
That's one of the final images of like the comic, and it's fucking devastating.
Mad.
It's devastating, like when it happens. And I wish they'd got. I mean, obviously, I get why you can't have like snap an 11-year-old's neck, but
Of course.
it was crazy.
But they also pushed the limit. This was the first time I saw, like, I don't think they've ever done like a proper sex scene in a Marvel movie, you know? Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't proper, but it was still something, you know? If you're watching it with
It
some
was-
kids and you're like,
But it was such a like executive like sex scene, where it's just like for the sake of it, like we will put that in there.
One second, sorry, my
Whoa,
bad.
whoa,
No. That was my. I have a monitor, and I played from that. Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
What
God.
were you saying? Execute. Yeah. It was like, I felt
World's
also
most perfunctory sex scene.
with Eternals, they had a checklist of things that they wanted to pull off. You know,
Yes.
like, and I don't like. Okay, we've got who else? We've got a gay character. Great. We've got sex scene happening. Fantastic. Indian. Do we have some representation? Yes, of course we have some Indian. What else is missing?
Yeah. So
Sign
like the
language.
representation was very weirdly token in some places, I felt.
Yeah. Sign language. Yeah, sure. Why
So
not? Why not?
Makari, if we're talking about characters, Makari was great. I thought that's a really nice take on a speedster.
Love
Like she was great.
She had the same speedster tropes, because I see a lot of people fighting saying, oh, Makari will whoop Flash or kick Quicksilver's ass, and I see a lot of people talking about it, but I didn't see anything different. It was the same tropes, it was the same, and literally the thing where the deviant attacks her when she's running full speed and he can spot her. I'm you've this was done. Why aren't people doing newer speedster tropes? Why are we still sticking to the same? Either that or
I
we
thought
will
she was
run
cool
so
in the
fast.
climax though.
Yeah,
I thought she was cool in the climax.
Yeah, she was. I love a speedster running across the whole world. Like that is always my favorite scenes. Seeing her run.
Always fun.
And also, again, this is something that, so I've been learning sign language, okay, and I feel firstly sign language beautiful. It's just I wish more people would try learning it, because it's so fantastic when you learn how to communicate without saying anything.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And just in general also I wanted to learn the language, so it was nice to have someone, you do the signs and you're like, nice, I like it. And then there was this moment where I felt really stupid, because I looked at Meghna and I'm like, oh, what is this, Meghna? This is so stupid. Like half of the times they're talking to her in sign language, half of the times they tell her and she doesn't respond, like she just responds. They are not using sign language. To which she said, she could be reading the lips, right? And I'm like, yes.
Yeah, you know that, right? Like
This is why I feel sometimes I should read a little more.
This is why I feel like, Meghna, you should take the decisions more. So like, this is why.
A cool character that I really liked, Druig.
Oh, Druig was great.
Druig was so
Druig was great.
Expressionless, just like
Yeah.
Okay, so you told me, and then when he controls all the people, that's such a
Yeah.
high
Fantastic.
mind mentality is such a great power to have. Even powers wise, he was great. Then who else?
He was very cool.
Ajax.
Ajax, yeah, alright, whatever. Gilgamesh, I thought was great but pointless.
Dude, it's just again the punch, right? When you see him power up, and you hear in the theater, when you hear the boom, you're
that
yes,
was spectacular.
that
when he
is
just
a
smacks
punch.
that deviant down. That was a solid punch.
Yeah. Also, Gilgamesh, I like, man. After I've seen him in a few movies. Obviously, I recently saw Train to Busan with Meghna, and she called
Don
him.
Lee.
She called him Kumar Sanu throughout the movie, so that was another.
Oh.
Just I'm telling you, I should. You know what I should do if I'm telling you, I'm going to start getting. By the way, guys, we are at 406. We have to be 420. Okay, we have to be 420 at least. 14 more, 420 likes. That's what our goal was at the start.
I'll also like one.
Yeah, even I'll also like. हो गया 414 हो गया. So Gilgamesh, that's this thing. Then who else? So we've got Gilgamesh, great guy. Then who else is there? We covered
Icarus.
everyone.
Boring.
Do more with your life, bro.
Most max boring person ever.
Just when he flies into the sun, I'm like, okay, yaar, go finish it off.
Like,
just finish it off. Don't you? Just come on,
Yeah.
man. Who else? Then we've got and Tina, which again I felt was very Angelina Jolie convenient moment. Like this is when she's going
very
to do
convenient.
This is when she's meditating now. She's going to freak out and all of that. The visuals in this movie was so good.
Yeah, man. That's why they deserved a better story.
So good.
So good.
Like that entire sequence where Cersei is going to meet. Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about Cersei. What did you think of Cersei?
All right.
Yeah, okay.
Again, like, yeah, stock main character.
Yeah. Who suddenly realizes that I can turn someone into a tree, something that I've never done in all my years, and now I'm going to just freeze someone because convenience.
Because
I think this is my power now on. And also giant celestial.
Oh shit, I have to open my door. Somebody's at my door. Hang on a second.
Go for it. Hey, League 440. You guys are the best. Thank you so much. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We are doing this every week, and since he's out, I can pimp this out. Subscribe to my channel. Subscribe to Rohan's channel also, so that he doesn't feel like I'm talking about it. If Rohan may have had a guest, then we may have to cut this stream short. But.
Not a false alarm this time. Not a false alarm.
You have to wrap up?
I have to wrap up soonish, but let's go for 5 more.
Okay, let's go for 5 more.
Yes.
So, fantastic visuals. Just like...
Dude, that entire, some of the climax visuals also, with like again, very in spoilers here, but like also, dude, like the way they showed the scale of the Celestials, I thought was fucking fantastic. Right? Like, well done on that one. Like, I don't like, how do you keep showing scale, but well done.
Like,
on just conveying that, like I saw Arishem and I'm like, they can do Galactus.
Yeah.
Totally do Galactus. I watched Arishem and I'm like, these guys can nail Galactus.
Oh hell yeah. When you've done such a giant floating in just
yeah.
Oh man.
Too good.
That beautiful. It was just like, I love, like when I was a kid, my dream was when I would grow up. I don't tell many people, but I wanted to get into VFX. I even learned little VFX. I learned After Effects, editing and all that shit.
Oh, nice.
So whenever I watch a movie, I admire the hard work and effort that goes into VFX, and seeing that scene when she meets Arishem for the first time and he's got that giant booming she's a speck. She's a speck.
She's literally a speck.
And I'm like, this is it. This is what it is.
Astonishing. That was astonishing. The scale thing.
I mean, you don't need a celestial figure to tell you as a human being that you are a speck. If you were to even just generally look at the universe.
Straight away, you're just like, damn. I'm the speckiest of the specks.
There's this great site called the Scale of the Universe. If y'all are watching, Scale of the Universe has a scale where you can scale down to the tiniest thing, but you can scale out also to the largest thing. And the more you scale out, the more you realize how tiny and insignificant we are.
Oh, of course, absolutely.
So like and subscribe, guys.
Yeah, on that note, guys, like and subscribe to our amazing stream. Join us in Insignificance.
What else about Eternals? We've covered the acting, we've covered the action.
So,
action was
the action was alright, but again, like just the post-credit scenes. Okay, Harry Styles, Eros. Also, the thing is, that was Patton Oswalt as Pip, but for this thing that does such great CGI, what the
that was a really bad, like, that was very
fucking
80s gremlin type, like they've used a like action figure type this thing. It was very
that
like,
was
I'm like,
some bullshit. Like, did they just add that scene at the lastest minute and
I feel they must
the CGI
have.
or the rendering, or like
I feel they must have, I feel they must have. Like, it was just like, ठीक है, हो गया, ये सब हो गया, Eternals हो गया, now you should be excited.
Yeah.
This is what you should be excited for.
Also, really, they had Kit Harington in that whole movie just to give him that post-credit scene.
Of course.
Also, whose voice was that?
For who?
My theory is Blade.
For the voice?
Yeah, my theory is Blade.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know what is the story. See, I get very like sometimes there is just so much happening that after I watch a movie, I'm like, chalo, abhi thoda padna padta hai.
No, that
but
just
Blade, you
sounded
mean
like Mahershala Ali.
Oh, okay. Oh,
you know they've cast Mahershala Ali as Blade, right?
Yes.
So yeah.
Oh, dude, if they bring Blade back now, it's going to be...
They are bringing Blade back.
Yeah, but eventually, it's nice. They've cast him, they're going to take the time, shoot it. I loved Blade as a movie, man. For all the people who are watching, please watch Blade.
Blade and Blade 2 are confirmed to be Blade. That's amazing.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Very, very excited.
That is Blade. Oh, that's amazing.
And Chloe Zhao confirmed that it is Blade.
That's amazing.
Mind is
that
blown.
Is amazing.
Okay, listen. Now I am excited. Now I'm like,
because Blade and Blade 2 are like the best movies ever.
That's the original Marvel super. Like, that's the original.
We will not talk about Blade Trinity. We will not discuss it. But Blade and Blade 2. Blade 2 is, I think, one of my favorite movies of all time.
Dude,
I remember watching it. I still have the DVD somewhere, in fact. Like, even now. because that movie, oh my
These
god,
were movies
Guillermo
you
del
saw,
Toro, like
yeah.
Blade 2 was Guillermo del Toro, man. Like, come on.
Just as you see them also, like as a kid, I remember I would see Wesley Snipes, and like as an adult, when you see these movies, you're like, maybe it was a little tacky, but you're like, I still love it.
Dude, Blade
I will
was the
still
shit.
stand by like this movie.
Blade
So
was
cool.
the shit.
So cool. Sorry, I'm getting very excited. But yeah, Disney Day on the 12th. Will you guys cover the Marvel section? That's going to happen sooner or later. Blade is phase 2 movie, of course.
Yeah.
Blade couldn't feature in Morbius post. Morbius आया भी नहीं है, trailer आया है दोस्त, तो I don't even know, but it could be featured. Yeah, that's what you're talking about. Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
But I don't think so. Although because Morbius is Sony, so I think they're going in a totally different zone. They're going in that universe, so I don't think they have much rights to Marvel. And yes, please don't clash timings with this. Life is equal to difficult. Okay, sorry guys.
Sorry, yeah.
We are so sorry. We generally we tend to do this on
we do our best,
Thursday. Yeah, but we have to.
Today is my fault. Fault.
No, that's totally fine. I'm
traveling.
Listen, commitment. So. He is doing this before he leaves for his flight. Please appreciate the commitment. But thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, that's about it. I think. Is there anything else you would like to discuss with Eternals or Shang-Chi?
Not particularly. Nope.
Yeah, great movies, guys. If you can get a chance to watch Eternals, please do. But if you get a chance to watch Shang-Chi before it leaves the theaters, because only the last few shows are left, please try to see the biggest screen, best audio, watch it, have a fun this thing, and throughout the movie, whenever you're looking at at Wenwu's eyes, just remember us.
Yeah, just remember. Yes, and just remember that every time you're looking at his eyes, you are pregnant.
Yeah, and one day a Tony Isaac baby is going to be
or
in
Oscar
the
Young is gonna be there. That's the true celestial, guys. That's the true celestial. That's the truest celestial of them all.
That's the beautiful. That celestial I don't mind sacrificing the earth for.
Damn right. Damn right.
Okay, guys, we are going to wrap up the stream. Rohan, do you have any announcements? I'm going to, as usual.
Please subscribe to my channel.
Please do.
There's lots of fun things happening there as well. Other than that, not really. I'm off for about a week or so, but I'm going to be streaming all the same from there.
So sweet, you're streaming from there. Very, very committed you are.
That's the hope.
Very committed. Very good. Great. Fantastic. As usual, guys, subscribe to both our channels and I will play the end credits. So if you like the stream, as I always say, if you like the stream, do two things. Number one, actually three things. Number one, press the like button one last time. Number two, take a screenshot of any part of the stream that you found funny. Take a screenshot, screen grab, whatever. Put it on Instagram, tag us, tell us what you thought about the stream. We love listening to you guys talk about it.
And tell people to come and subscribe to Sahil's channel so that then every single week they will get the stream notification and all of those things. So,
of course. And we'll do our best not to clash with Tis. And till next time, have a fun week, everybody. Have a fun trip, Rohan.
Thank you kindly, sir. And I will see you next week on the stream either way.
Thank you so much, Leek. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody who super chatted and watched. We shall see you very, very soon. Till next time. Bye-bye. It's time for the ending music.